Hi guys, congratulations for making it the 7 days. If you didn't quite get to the 7 days, don't feel bad. Feel proud of yourself for the changes that you did make, for the nourishing foods that you incorporated in. And now I'm going to share with you some tips how to stay motivated after the cleanse. And stick with me to the end because I've got some resources for you to help you continue on afterwards. First, I just want to mention that it was an intense 7 days. I don't expect you to continue on exactly that way. It's fairly restrictive. You can incorporate some of the healthy habits continuing on, but it doesn't need to be as restrictive. So incorporate some of these healthy habits into your normal daily life. Some of the examples are your morning lemon water. If it's not always a morning lemon water, I encourage you to continue with starting your day with a large glass of water. Another one is your morning smoothie or an afternoon smoothie. So that's a great way to get in tons of greens, high antioxidant fruits, lots of fiber. And it's easy and you can take it on the go. So that's one I love to continue with, especially as it's getting warm out during the summer. It's a nice habit to have. Another one is a healthy evening snack. So from some of the snacks that you might have been introduced to over the 7 days, continue on with some of those, some of your favorites. Meal planning is important too. So if you can, on the weekend, if you can continue with sort of planning out some of the things that you want to have that week. Meal prep is another one. If you can, you've probably noticed that to stay on track, it's so important to do a little bit of prep beforehand and not to leave it until you're hungry and tired, because we often reach for something not quite so healthy. So if you can do some meal prep, that's really helpful. Some meatless meals. So I myself do incorporate meat into most of my meals, but you can have some really healthy dishes. You can save some money if you have maybe about once a week. I like to have a meatless meal that includes either beans and lentils. So you can take some of the recipes from the cleanse and incorporate that into your week. Hydrating throughout the day is so important, especially during the summer. When we're outside, we're sweating, we're hot. And a nice big jug of lemon water or have some fresh mint in there or some lime is nice to have, and it encourages you to drink more water. Pureed soups, maybe you found some soups that you enjoyed, or you can look through the soups ebook and try out a new soup. That's a great way to add in tons of nourishment. And you can make a big batch and eat it for about 3 to 4 days, or even freeze some of it. Some favorite new recipes to use regularly. So look through all the ebooks and hopefully you've found some that you want to continue on with. And next, I want you to pay attention to how foods make you feel. So notice how foods make you feel, not just right after eating, but more importantly, the day after eating. Right after the cleanse is the perfect time to really get in tune with this. This association has probably been the single biggest thing that keeps me on track with healthy eating on a regular basis. So I'll explain this a little bit more. These past 7 days, we've cut out gluten, dairy, sugar, and added in tons of nourishing foods. So you'll probably notice if you have issues with gluten and dairy, you'll probably notice that a little bit more after the 7 days when you're reintroducing it than if you just on a daily basis, if you were eating gluten and dairy on a daily basis. So try to pay attention to that as you go back to eating normally. If you do notice that gluten and dairy are causing some issues for you, and pay attention the day after, because if you have a food intolerance, it generally doesn't show up until the day after. So for me with dairy, that usually looks like acne showing up on my face. That could be 1 or 2 days later. With gluten, often it's brain fog or just sore joints, achy body. And it could be different. It could be digestive issues for you. So try to pay attention to that. And secondly, I want to share that how that has helped me to stay on track, noticing that association. So I'll give you an example. If you had, say, a donut in front of you or some cookies, and your main motivator is to lose 10 pounds, that's such a delayed motivator that you are probably going to reach for a cookie or two or a donut and think, okay, this is not going to make or break it. But if your main motivator is feeling good and you know how those foods make you feel, so if If you think, if I have these cookies, I'm not going to feel good, it's going to cause an inflammatory effect in my body, I'm going to either maybe have brain fog the next day, I'm going to have a zit appear, I'm going to feel sore, then that's a much stronger motivator than if it's not going to help me on my road to losing 10 pounds. So pay attention to how foods make you feel, and that will really help you continue on. And next, you might be wondering, how often should I cleanse? So you have lifetime access to this program, so you can cleanse as often as you like, and you can access the information in it anytime you like. You just have to log in. So how often should I cleanse? Most people find that twice a year with the change of season is a great time to cleanse. You can join in on these twice per year group cleanses as often as you want. As you have unlimited access, as I mentioned. Some people will do a 7-day cleanse or even a 3-day cleanse at the start of every month. You could even do just a 1-day cleanse, or you could cleanse or do a modified cleanse 1 day per week, or whenever you feel run down or need a reset. So me personally, I like to do a cleanse with the change of seasons. And then occasionally, if I'm really feeling run down, if I'm really in a rut, if I've got some bad habits that have crept up, then I will do maybe like a 3 or a 5-day cleanse. So you can do whatever works for you and your lifestyle. And next, we're going to look at the mindset portion of it. So many people skip past this, but it actually is a powerful part of it. So first, we're going to look at your bigger why. I want you to stop and think about what your bigger why is. Often just saying that you want to lose a few pounds, you just want to look better, often isn't a strong enough why in those times when you're trying to decide between pizza or donuts, whether you should eat it or not. So think about what your bigger why is. Often a stronger why is thinking about how you want to feel. So do you want to feel energized? Do you want to have the energy to play with your kids? Do you want to feel good in your body? Think about that. And next, I want you to take a minute to visualize how you want to feel, how you want to look. This is important as well. So have that picture in your mind and visualize it happening. So visualize the energy that you have each day. Visualize the healthy body. Visualize your being at your goal weight and looking how you want to look. So take a minute to look at that and visualize what your day would look like too if you had that energy, if you felt better, if you lost that weight that you maybe want to lose. Maybe you don't have that afternoon slump anymore. Maybe you have energy throughout the day. Maybe you're just feeling good finally. And lastly, your self-talk is important too. So just what you're saying in your mind. If you are saying to yourself that you're not able to continue on, you can never continue on with a gluten-free lifestyle, or you're never going to be able to eat healthy like you should, then that's going to inhibit your ability to continue on. So pay attention to that negative self-talk and try to switch it around. Try to tell yourself that you can make changes, you can be the person that you want to be. So really pay attention to that, because that's powerful. And now that you've got the momentum going, maybe you've reset your palate, you're able to turn down those sweets a little bit better now, I wanted to give you some resources to continue on. And that's why I created the Mama Recharge membership. So it is making healthy eating simplified. So we are gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, free of processed packaged foods, just full of high energy foods, and we have gotten rid of the foods that are energy draining. Normally that can be very daunting to stick with, to stay on track with, but the membership makes that simple. In the Mama Recharge membership, you get sent a new meal plan every Friday, plus you have access to over 50 other meal plans in our membership. Not only that, but we keep the progress going with our monthly programs, challenges, and features. For example, our 21-day transformation program, our 21-day meal prep program, our healthy lunchbox program that not only helps with lunch and snack ideas for you, but for your little ones as well. We also have features like our Better Digestion program. If you're suffering from bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, then that program is very helpful. Another one is our Detox Your Home series, where we dive into DIY cleaning recipes, safer skincare and cosmetics, as well as looking at things like air quality in your home. In the membership, you'll also find fun recipe ebooks like game day favorites, kid-friendly snacks, cookies, muffins, and bars, and another one is mason jar meals. So it makes eating clean, healthy, and energizing foods fun and doable. We also have our monthly coaching call in the membership, plus a monthly giveaway for members only. And coming up, December 2018, our yearly subscribers will now have access to our 4-week program, the Mama Recharged Method. The Method is our 4-week program that we run as a group session every January to kick off the new year, and the Method alone is valued at $197. I've decided to include this for our yearly membership subscribers. Our yearly subscription price will be increasing soon, so if you're thinking of joining on the membership, I encourage you to join soon before the price increases. And I also have a worksheet for you. So if you want to sit down for a few minutes and go over what we talked about in this video, it will really help you going forward. So grab that worksheet, take a few minutes, grab a cup of tea, and try it out. And lastly, I want to thank you for joining us in our 7-day cleanse. I appreciate having every one of you in there, and I hope you got a lot out of this cleanse, and I hope to see you in our upcoming cleanses. You have lifetime access, so I hope you join us again the next time. Thanks. Bye.